Once upon a time, in the heart of a serene Nigerian village named Umona, there lived a girl named Chidinma. She was as enchanting as the morning dew on the grass, her eyes reflecting the warmth of the sun. Chidinma's laughter echoed through the mango groves, and her grace was whispered about by the elders around the communal fire. In the same village, there existed a legend, a tale passed down from generation to generation. It spoke of a handsome man named Emeka, who had once been flesh and blood but now roamed the earth as a ghost. His spirit wandered the moonlit paths, seeking solace for a love lost long ago. Emeka had been a warrior, strong and valiant. His eyes held the secrets of battles fought, and his laughter had once echoed across the hills. But fate had dealt him a cruel hand. In a skirmish with a rival clan, he had fallen, and his love, Adana, had died of a broken heart soon after. Chidinma, with her ebony skin and eyes like twin stars, heard the whispers of Emeka's tale. She wondered about the love that had transcended life and death. Her curiosity led her to the ancient baobab tree, where villagers believed Emeka's spirit lingered. One moonlit night, as the fireflies danced, Chidinma stood beneath the gnarled branches of the baobab. The wind whispered secrets, and the leaves rustled like old parchment. And there, amidst the shadows, she saw him, the ghostly figure of Emeka. His eyes held a melancholic longing, and his voice, though ethereal, reached her heart. "Chidinma," he murmured, "why do you seek me?" Chidinma's heart fluttered like a startled bird. "I seek answers," she replied. "Why do you wander, Emeka? What love binds you to this earthly realm?" Emeka's translucent form stepped closer. "Adana," he whispered. "She was my heart, my soul. We vowed eternal love, but death tore us apart. Now I wander, seeking redemption." Chidinma's compassion swelled like the dust devils on the savannah. "Perhaps," she said, "love can bridge the gap between worlds. Perhaps Adana waits for you beyond the veil." Emeka's eyes widened. "You would help me?" Chidinma nodded. "I will," she vowed. "But first, tell me your story, the story of love that defies death." And so, beneath the ancient baobab, Emeka recounted their tale, the stolen glances by the river, the whispered promises, and the moonlit tryst. Chidinma listened, her heart aching for the lovers torn apart. Together, they devised a plan. Chidinma would seek out the village seer, Nne, who possessed ancient knowledge. Nne revealed a ritual, a dance at the crossroads of life and death, where love could weave its magic. On a moonless night, Chidinma and Emeka stood at the crossroads, the boundary between the living and the spirit world. The villagers watched from afar, their breath held. Chidinma danced, her feet stirring the dust, her voice calling to Adana. And then, as if guided by unseen hands, a shimmering figure appeared, the ghost of Adana herself. Her eyes met Emeka's, and tears flowed like the river Niger. "Emeka," Adana whispered, "my love, my warrior." Emeka stepped forward, his form solidifying. "Adana," he murmured, "I have waited an eternity." Their lips met, a kiss that spanned realms. And in that moment, the veil lifted. Emeka and Adana merged, their love transcending life and death. The villagers wept, for they had witnessed a miracle. Chidinma watched, her heart swelling with joy. She had woven their love back together, and in doing so, she had become part of their tale, a village girl who danced with ghosts. From then on, the mango groves whispered of Chidinma's bravery, and the baobab tree stood as a silent witness to love's enduring magic. And in the heart of Umona, the legend of Chidinma, Emeka, and Adana lived on, a love story etched into the very soil of Nigeria, where spirits danced and hearts found solace. And so, dear reader, if you ever find yourself near Umona, listen closely. You might hear the echo of laughter, the laughter of a beautiful girl who danced with ghosts and wove love into eternity. Crescent moon sparkles. In the ethereal realm where Emeka and Adana's love transcended life and death, they did not bear children in the traditional sense. Their union was one of spirits, bound by a love that defied the boundaries of mortality. Their existence became intertwined, like the roots of ancient trees seeking sustenance from the same soil. Emeka and Adana reveled in their eternal togetherness. They wandered the moonlit paths, hand in spectral hand, whispering secrets only spirits could comprehend. Their laughter echoed through the hills, and the villagers, though unable to see them, felt their presence, a warmth in the night breeze, a rustle in the leaves. In the quiet moments, Emeka would tell Adana stories of their earthly life, the mango groves where they had stolen kisses, the riverbank where they had pledged their love. Adana, her form shimmering like moonlight on water, would listen with eyes that held the wisdom of ages. They danced under the star-studded sky, twirling in a celestial waltz. Their love was a melody, a haunting tune that echoed across Umona. And though they did not bear children, they nurtured the very essence of love itself, the intangible magic that bound souls beyond time. Chidinma, the village girl who had bridged their worlds, watched from afar. She saw their joy, their sorrow, and their unwavering commitment. She knew that their legacy was not in flesh and blood but in the hearts of those who heard their tale. And so, in the spirit form of Emeka and Adana, love bloomed, an eternal flame that flickered in the shadows, illuminating the path for other lost souls. Perhaps, on moonless nights, when the baobab tree stood sentinel, they whispered to the wind, sharing their love story anew. In the heart of Umona, where reality and myth intertwined, Emeka and Adana became more than mere lovers, they became legends. Their love story, like the ancient baobab, stretched its branches toward the heavens, touching the stars. And so, dear reader, if you ever find yourself near Umona, listen closely. You might hear their laughter, the laughter of spirits who danced, loved, and defied the boundaries of existence. Herb crescent moon sparkles. After the ritual, Chidinma's life took an unexpected turn. She had danced at the crossroads, her steps guided by ancient wisdom, and witnessed the union of Emeka and Adana, the ghostly lovers who defied death for love. As the villagers returned to their huts, murmuring about the miracle they had witnessed, Chidinma stood beneath the baobab tree. The moon hung low, casting silvery shadows on the ground. She felt a strange warmth, a connection to something beyond the mortal realm. Emeka and Adana had vanished, their spirits merging into the night. But Chidinma carried their story within her, a secret whispered by the wind. She wondered if she had become part of their tale, woven into the fabric of Umona's folklore. In the days that followed, Chidinma noticed changes. Her laughter held a hint of mystery, and her eyes sparkled with ancient knowledge. She could sense the presence of spirits, the rustle of leaves, the flicker of fireflies. The villagers regarded her differently, some with awe, others with fear. Nneka, the village seer, sought her out. "Child," Nneka said, her eyes like deep wells, "you have touched the veil. You are no ordinary girl." Chidinma nodded. "Emeka and Adana," she whispered. "Their love lingers." Nneka's gnarled fingers traced patterns in the dust. "You have become a bridge," she said, "between the living and the departed. Beware, child, for such gifts come with a price." Chidinma's heart raced. "What price?" Nneka's gaze bore into her. "You will see what others cannot. You will hear echoes of forgotten stories. And sometimes, the spirits will seek your aid." Chidinma accepted her fate. She wandered the mango groves, seeking solace in the rustling leaves. She danced alone, her feet stirring the dust, hoping to catch glimpses of Emeka and Adana. They remained elusive, but their love enveloped her, a shroud of moonlight. The villagers sought her counsel. Lost objects were found, ailments eased, and dreams interpreted. Chidinma became the keeper of secrets, the girl who danced with ghosts. She listened to their whispers, the unfinished business, the unspoken apologies. One moonless night, Emeka appeared before her. His eyes held gratitude. "Chidinma," he said, "you gave us a second chance." Adana's spirit shimmered beside him. "Our debt to you," she murmured, "is eternal." Chidinma smiled. "I am honored," she replied. "But tell me, why did fate choose me?" Emeka's laughter echoed. "Perhaps," he said, "because you dared to dance." And so, Chidinma continued her life in Umona, a girl touched by magic, a weaver of love's tapestry. She tended the baobab tree, its roots reaching deep into the earth, its branches touching the heavens. And when the wind whispered, she listened, for sometimes, in the rustle of leaves, she heard Emeka and Adana's laughter, carried across realms. And so, dear reader, if you ever visit Umona, seek out the girl who dances with ghosts. She will share their tale, the love that defies death, the moonlit waltz, and the crossroads where spirits meet. Herb Crescent Moon Sparkles. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments and subscribe for more videos.